I made over $500,000 this year in 2025 in 7 months with my hair company and as a full-time hairstylist. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need to do the same. You don't wanna miss this. Hey guys, it's Chanel. It's been forever, I know, but I have been working. I am still a full-time hairstylist behind the chair, and I am actively building out my hair company from the ground up. I finally have secured the best vendor ever. Y'all see that hair? This is the Pure Raw Wavy. It's so gorgeous. And I've been working on the back end to build out my system to automate everything. I was pulling my numbers because I plan on doing some webinars, and I'm finally going to release my membership and coaching program. And I realized this year alone, just within the first 7 months, I made $115,000 for my online hair sales. Again, that's just online. That does not count for my actual in-person sales. It doesn't account for anything that's been done with my, as a hairstylist, because I sell hair with my services. That is just online, and I have not run ads. I really don't promote it like directly. It's just been because I automated and built out my back end, so it does a lot of the work for me. I don't have to promote it as often. Now, once I get everything finalized, like I've been tagging the hair that I have over 300 bundles for my hair launch. I have even more hair coming in, and I've just been working and perfecting everything. I've been trying to finalize my pre-colored bundle vendor to get those in and decide what colors I'm going to launch with for that. It's just been a lot, even down to finalizing my inventory system, tagging everything, making sure that's seamless between my salon, my office, and our warehouse. Well, storage unit. I'm not that big yet. But just preparing and really building a solid business that can sustain itself and that I can actually employ people that can help me scale and run it as well. So again, just from online hair sales, over $115,000. I'll post that here because I'm all about receipts. Next, as a hairstylist, I typically work about 4 days a week, and I do K-tips, and we do sew-ins and color. And even now, I'm about to release or start taking clients because we do a hybrid now. So I have K-tips in the front, and then I have a sew-in in the back. Absolutely love. Absolutely love. First of all, well, I'm not gonna get into that, but I absolutely love. The install took less time. Of course, it's more affordable than a traditional K-tip install, and I don't have to deal with all of my hair being out. Baby, clock that. So the hybrid sew-in plus K-tips, I'm actually really loving. We've had a couple of clients get it who were our K-tip girlies, and they are loving it too. And so it's just been a lot of things going on, which has taken me away from YouTube. I'm sorry guys. I'm coming back full steam ahead. Now that I've gotten all the things together for my hair company, I'm now ready to teach you guys. And that's where I'm pivoting to. I'm not going to be taking as many clients behind the chair, and I'm getting back into coaching and teaching, which I love. And God has been so gracious, you guys. I made over 300, and I don't know if you believe in numbers and signs from God, not from the universe, from God. I'm big on numbers, and 1 and 5 and 3 are always my numbers. Man, that is crazy because it is. Those are my numbers. My birthday's March 31st, and 5s have always been significant to me. Oh my gosh, I could cry. That is crazy. Because I made over $315,000 in 7 months as a hairstylist. Didn't even know that was possible. Had no earthly clue that was a thing. Because growing up, I was told I would need a real job. I was told being a hairstylist was not an actual career. I needed to go become a doctor, an attorney. And again, I was pulling my numbers, and I saw that my goal for the year was $300K. I made $315,000 working 3 to 4 days a week as a hairstylist within 7 months. Mind blown. God is so good. But it was not by chance. Faith without works is dead. I put in a lot of work in the back end to make this happen. My CRM system is locked and loaded. We're actually doing upgrades right now, and that helps me be able to run my company. CRM system is a client retention or management system. And it allows me to correspond with my clients without actively having to do it myself, because a lot of it is automated. I also ran ads, which is top tier for getting clients. If you know a little bit of my story, I stopped doing hair for 8 years, so I had no clientele, I had no pictures of my work or recent pictures, and I had to build from the ground up. And I did that. And it took time, and sometimes I got discouraged, and I knew what God's promise was to me, but in the beginning, it don't look like what he was saying. And so there were times I got discouraged, but when I committed to being obedient and I put my head down and I did the work and I worked on things and I got better, and just really resolved within myself that my job as a hairstylist is to be of service. And I'm realizing that that is my purpose. I've always thought like, well, maybe, because it always comes back to hair, like, maybe God thinks or is telling me that hair is my purpose. It's not necessarily hair, it's being of service. And I have come to a point in my life that I relish in the ability to serve others. And not even just through hair, but through coaching, through mentoring, also even in relationships. Like, I feel like I'm becoming a better woman because I understand a good like romantic relationship or even friendship. It's about serving one another. And so once that clicked in my head, I was able to show up better for my clients and show up better for my business. And it truly has paid off. So some of the things that I have done that have actively worked within my business, that's what I'm gonna go over today. So, use what you need to for your business. If it doesn't apply, don't worry about it. But I'm going to specifically talk about what it's taken to build become a six-figure hairstylist, but also build a six-figure hair company. So let's get into it. Okay, first thing first, I would say is my CRM system, which I mentioned. But I don't just use it as a hairstylist. I use it for my hair company. It helps me track inventory. It helps me to automate my correspondence with my clients as well as my customers. It helps me to be able to bulk email or text people. So like even as a hairstylist, if I have somebody that no call, no showed, I am able to then send out a mass text message and get those spots filled same day, which has really helped me out in a crunch. It also allows me to just stay organized, keep all of my client information in one spot. So whether it's through the hair company, I see all of their orders in one spot, so I can send them a discount, or I can tell them about products that may, benefit them and upsell them. Whether it's as a hairstylist, so I'm able to keep track of like clients' colors, what services they got last time, what lengths they use, what hair type they use, all of that stuff. Also, because I do K-tips and it is a high price service, I have every single client do a client intake form, and they have to sign that they agree to my policies. They have to sign that they understand what services they're getting, and it just covers my bases legally. So my intake form is automated. I don't have to, like, someone doesn't book and then I have to manually send it out to them. Everything's automated. All of my Facebook messages, TikTok messages, Instagram messages come through this one CRM system, so I can respond to everybody accordingly. It also has a built-in AI, so I don't always have to respond. Sometimes it's the AI doing it for me, which acts as a virtual assistant. I've had some of my students in my K-tip classes, they have signed up for my CRM system because it is available to other stylists, and they love it. They're able to automate their back end, and what it does is like all of my automations, all of my funnels that are built in my CRM system, when you sign up for my CRM system, you automatically get all of that. And so all you have to do is go in and change your company name, add some different colors if you want, your own pictures, but everything is done. You can just add the extra things to really make it your own. So my CRM system hosts my website. It hosts all my emails go through there, all of my SMS, my phone number is connected, my booking site is connected to my website. All of that is under one thing. My ads run through there. Everything goes through one system, all my funnels, everything. So my CRM system is like top notch. I love it down. The next thing that has helped me in terms of my hair company, but also becoming a six-figure hairstylist, is the content. You can't escape the content. You have to learn how to master getting good footage of your clients, whether it be on your phone or you hire a photographer. So for me, one of my least favorite things is getting content. I feel like I don't get the angles I need. I feel like I'm not able to display the quality of work the way I want to. And so it's always been something that hindered me. So I ended up hiring a local photographer to come into the salon one day and teach me how to set up my lighting, but also how to get the right angles with my phone. So we were gonna go over how to do it with a camera, like a digital camera and a phone, but it ended up being that I was able to get better quality with my phone. I have the iPhone 16 Pro, whatever. So that's what we use. He showed me how to set up my lighting, and baby, it has been perfection. I get so many stylists because I'm so hard on myself. Like, I am a perfectionist. I'm so hard on myself. I still don't feel like I have everything exactly how I want it to be. But I get so many stylists that are like, Chanel, I love your branding. And it's just like, girl, really? And it's like, I do put in effort to try to get better. And I'm still not where I want to be. But for someone to say, like, I see the improvement, baby, y'all make my day. And so investing in creating quality content. A lot of you guys are so skilled as a hairstylist. Like, you're so talented. No one would know that because you don't record the content, or you don't get the angles, or your lighting's not good. So they just wouldn't know. Also, it's really important to do the right thumbnail as well. You have to think, if people see your page and they happen to see a video, maybe it goes on the For You page, when they go to your main feed, if the thumbnail isn't appealing, they're not going to click on it, So you want to make sure that you actively are being very precise with the content you shoot, but also the thumbnail, because that is important. Also, the first 3 seconds, if you're scrolling on TikTok, you don't necessarily see the thumbnail. You see those first 3 seconds of the video, and that helps you decide if you want to sit and watch that. So you have to think about that when you're creating your content. I started to actively put, instead of the feed post where it's the thumbnail, I'll do a pretty picture of my client, but on the first 3 seconds, I'll kind of put what it is. So if I want rage bait, which my prices are my prices, but pricing always gets people attention, I'll put, my client paid $6,000 for a K-tip install on the first 3 seconds, or I'll put micro K-tip install on the first 3 seconds, and that will draw them in because it's going to be shock value. So when they're scrolling, they see that because they don't necessarily see the thumbnail if they're scrolling on their feed. Does that make sense? So just thinking about the content that you're producing and the why behind it has really helped me so much. Another thing is posting on multiple platforms. I know some of y'all are stuck on Instagram, or you're stuck on TikTok. Baby, when I tell you YouTube Shorts is pushing out content, when I tell you Facebook, do not sleep on Meta, baby, because Meta has been pushing my content. I have multiple videos now that have 100,000 and 200,000 views because, Meta owns Facebook and Instagram. And so those views, they combine on your posts. I have so many posts that have 100,000, 200,000 views because I also post on Facebook. So in your back end, you're able to automatically post on Facebook, or you can click it to where it doesn't. Click to where it does. I make sure that my Facebook and my Instagram is connected. You have to do that anyway, because if you're going to run ads. But that allows me to get more visibility. I have so many people, most of my clients fly in to get their K-tips, but I have so many people that hit me up do you know anybody in Delaware, or you know anybody in New Jersey, or do you know anybody in California or Oakland that can do K-tips? Because Facebook is actively pushing out this content to everyone. So even if they don't follow my Instagram page, or they've never seen my TikTok, or they've never seen my YouTube, they see this post because of Facebook. You have to think, so many people have Facebook. Now, the people on there typically are a little older. You have to think about the platform. But you want to post on multiple platforms: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and then Pinterest and Facebook. You can repurpose the same, and Snapchat, baby, don't sleep on Snapchat either. You can repost the same content on every platform, and you're gonna get different customers, because there's some people that still have Snapchat that just have not crossed over to TikTok. There are some people that only have Facebook, they have nothing else. There are some people that only look for service providers or hair companies on YouTube. So you want to meet them where they're at and post on every single platform. Don't skip that. I know it's a lot of work, but if you are really trying to actively get new clientele for your hair company or new clientele for you as a service provider, posting on every single platform will give you the visibility that you need without having to spend money to run ads. But the next thing is going to be them ads, baby. Getting the ads together, it pushes you out in front of everybody. So your organic traffic, you have to worry about the thumbnail. You have to worry about the the initial 3 seconds of the video, getting that right. No. With running ads, baby, you bypass all of that. Yes, your content still needs to be good, but it makes it so much easier. I get so much visibility, and I'll have clients, because I run ads on Instagram as well as TikTok, and I have clients that are like, girl, I just kept seeing your videos. Like, I couldn't escape you. Anytime I would search K-tips, I would find you. And so that's what made me want to, come and book with you. And that's what you want. That's what you want. And that's honestly about to be my strategy. Once all of my hair is in stock, everything's tagged, and all my inventory is done, it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to be running ads to get people to book or to purchase my bundles, because everyone doesn't know I sell hair. Even though you may know that I do K-tips, they may not know that I sell hair. So it'll allow me to show and display my hair to people so they can see the quality, and just kind of put you in front of the audience that would want to purchase your hair so that they can buy. So ads have been a saving grace. Even when I first started doing hair, it allowed me to get my first clientele, or my first customers, hit my first 30K month. I hit my first $75,000 month as a hairstylist in January. It's just really, ads really help. But you have to be prepared for the influx of business, okay? The next thing that has helped me is I have a very clear marketing strategy. Like, my marketing strategy is written down. I understand what I'm doing month to month, and I know what I need to execute on. A lot of y'all go into situations as hairstylists or hair company owners just kind of throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what sticks. That does not work. You need to actively have a marketing strategy that you can implement. You know what you're doing, and you understand the why. So a lot of people tell you, post on social media, post on every platform. But I told you, the thumbnail matters, the 3 seconds matter, the quality of your content matters, the angles you get, it matters, because it does, okay? Also, using your hashtags, your captions, all of that play a role. But it's the same thing with a marketing strategy. I can tell you to go post on social media. I can tell you to run ads. You don't know what type of ads to run. You don't know how much money you should spend every day. You don't know what type of content. So your marketing strategy matters. It's super important, and developing that is like paramount. You don't want to, it's like you booking somebody to fix your car, and you're like, hey, do you know like what you're looking for? And they're like, yeah, it's a car. I just got to pop your hood and I'm gonna look around. Versus, yeah, I know because your car's making this sound, I need to look at your alternator. Your alternator does this. And I have to look and see if the oil had gotten into here or if coolant had gotten into here. They actually know the why behind what they need to do to be able to fix your problem or to, get the results that they're looking for. It's the same thing within business. Some of y'all are just going into it. All I got to do is find the vendor and it's going to sell itself. No, baby, that doesn't work. It doesn't work like that at all. So let's get a strategy together, write out a plan. The Bible itself said, write it down, make it plain. Do that. That has made a difference, and it's helped me to scale. Also, the last thing is finding the perfect vendor. I had tested vendors for the last year and a half until I was able to find a vendor that I truly love. Even for like my lace. Like, I've been, trying to get better vendors for lace. I've been trying to get better vendors for my pre-color bundles, which, baby, we locked in now. Top notch. it's there. We got that. Curly bundles, make sure they can actually straighten and go back to curly. And then the creme de la creme, my pure raw wavy. I have been working tirelessly to be able to get raw hair that I truly love. As a hairstylist, I'm actively doing my clients' hair, so I want the best quality, the absolute best. But as a just someone who loves hair, I want hair that can be colored, that can hold a curl, that's not going to tangle, all of those things. And so now, honey, what I have in my hair is a pure raw wavy too. All of the bundles are different because it's purely raw. It's not steamed, nothing. It's purely raw. So being able to sell hair that I can stand behind matters. And I understand finding quality vendors is tough. So I have been working on a live event. I used to do this years ago. It's called a How to Launch Your Hair Company. I'm doing it again. It's How to Launch Your Hair Company 2.0. My first one is going to be here in Houston, Texas, October 11th. I don't know if I'm going to do another one, but it's going to be here. I am bringing my top 7 vendors so you can actually see their hair. So I have some kinky curly vendors. I know a lot of the girls do like crochet, so I have some human hair crochet vendors, which I love. I have some wigs, and it happens to be all of them that I'm pulling are kinky curly, but that's not, I'm gonna have all the different patterns there. But I have some wig vendors for like if you want to start a wig company and sell pre-done wigs. I have multiple of my Burmese curly vendors, so different vendors that have different hair. I'm gonna have some pre-colored options for you guys. I'm gonna tell you which one of my vendors can like customize different patterns and different colors for you guys. What else do I have? I have a lot of different stuff, multiple vendors, and then even my packaging. So I've tested multiple different packaging vendors. I'm in the process of completely switching out my packaging. So I'm going to go over, I'm going to have them actively there. So again, I'm having 7 hair company vendors, and I'm going to have different patterns from them. I'm going to have different hair types from them. So you can see, touch, feel. I have some curling irons there so you can curl, see how that goes. I just want you to actively be able to see it. What tends to happen when we're starting hair companies is there's all these different vendors, and it looks good on like Instagram or like Alibaba, but you don't know if the hair is actually good. So instead of you spending all of your money on testing vendors, because I've spent thousands upon thousands of dollars wasted testing vendors that it didn't work, I'm doing the legwork for you. I'm having the vendors' hair there for you to see, touch, and feel. You will get one vendor, or you can buy all 7, but you will actively get to see them, touch the hair, and decide what hair works best for you. And along with that, it's not just a vendor, class. I am teaching you the strategies of what it's taken for me to build my 7-figure hair company, as well as become a 6-figure hairstylist. And what that means is, this is not going to be a class where I'm just sitting on a stage talking to you. Bring your laptops, because we're actively doing work. We are going to build out emails. We're going to build out our ads. You're going to actually create a strategy. We're going to knock down exactly who your target audience is. You're going to have homework before the class just to make sure we're all on the same page so we can get in and actively build. And it's going to, like I said, be hands-on and interactive. I know funding is a really big thing for most. So I'll have one of my friends coming, and she is going to have a segment in it where she's going to teach you about credit. And then we're going to talk about business funding. So a lot of your barriers of entry is like not having all the funds. So we're going to knock that out. Whether you are a stylist and you're wanting to figure out how you can actively advertise and market and brand yourself so you can get more clients on a regular basis and become a 6-figure stylist, or you want to launch your own hair company, this is the class for you. There's not going to be any others like it. I have done this for years. I know what you guys need, and I have the living proof of what it takes to do it now. So you want to click down below. It's going to be limited seating because I'm going to have to work, kind of hands-on with you guys. So it's not going to be some, 200 people room. It's going to be real intimate. It's going to be real, we're going to make sure that we're able to do the work and get things done. So first come, first serve. I am launching with a discounted rate. It's only going to be for a limited time. Once the funnel is built out, that price is going up, sweetie. So you want to make sure to get in now, because I actually have my designer building out a full funnel. It's going to be like a really big launch. And so before that happens, I'm going to discount it. So first come, first serve pre-sale. It is officially October 11th. The How to Launch a Hair Company Class 2.0 is going to start at 3 p.m. We're going to 8, possibly 9. So you want to make sure that you have that time, and it's on a Sunday, I believe. So I think October 11th is a Sunday. Saturday, Sunday, I'll look at your calendar. But I'm so excited to get back to this. I've been waiting for God to release me to be able to teach again. I wanted to make sure I had receipts. I wanted to make sure I had, actual steps that you guys could follow, and now I do. So click the link down below. I'd love to have you guys. I look forward to seeing you soon.